But the idea is, I want the RM, then he wants something, then maybe something for my mom.
The fans loved the rock, paper, scissors, so here we are again. Big $400,000 deal we're doing a flip for, so let's see what we can do. Paper, scissors, shoot. Oh. That's not even normal, that's insane. That's actually insane.
Is that factory?
Factory setting.
Factory only.
That if you do a kickflip off that table in heels right now, I'll give you this.
Literally kill someone. Does that count?
Can you jump onto it though?
Yo!
Congratulations. Amazing piece.
Thank you, sir.
I'm really excited for you, and it's always a pleasure. Leaving like a true new Miami guy now with the chain and the Richard on. Yo! Louis Vuitton, skateboard, kickflip. Made it happen. Well, actually, 180 flip. Sorry. Didn't mean to disrespect the 180 flip for all those skaters out there. Crazy. So, I told you we'd find use for this in the office.
What's up guys, Yash checking in from Vegas where he just landed. We're here for the NFL draft. We're gonna be letting a player, Garrett Wilson, he's gonna be rocking this watch for the draft. Stay tuned to see what we get up to.
Damn, we're living good. We're living good. Yo, what's up, TPT Gang? Oh, it's touchscreen. Makeup room. Drapes. Open, open. Open sesame. Whoa. Hold on. Home. Lights. All off. Wow. This is crazy.
Alright, so we just got checked in. I'm headed down to the lobby right now to meet up with Yash, and we are on our way to go meet up with them at the next spot.
AP, bust down.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
What's the name on this one or something? I forgot what.
So it's a AP 15400. That's the like reference number, and then they bust it down with aftermarket diamonds.
Okay.
Because they don't make this with factory diamonds otherwise.
Okay.
So this is like a very common watch. I'm sure you've seen it around.
Yeah, no, this is tough. Yeah, this is tough. No, I appreciate
Let's
that.
see if it does it fit, bro.
Yeah.
So you got another replacement. No.
Should I leave it?
It's tight, right?
No, that's tough.
No, you're
This is hard.
It's called the Panda.
This is hard as fuck. It's factory.
How are you? How was your trip?
This is tough.
I was like so confused on Southwest.
Is that what it's on right there?
I've never like felt
Oh,
It's tight.
I was like, no.
Hey, you trying to?
Some girl like, you know, you just get your own.
I know. I took some. I mean, for me, it's like a
I'll
40
put a link on for you.
I'm like, it's so.
Yeah, I'll put a link on for you. So unfortunately, the watch that we got Garrett Wilson didn't fit him, and we're in a little situation. We have 8 hours to locate steel links for the AP Panda, which he's going to be wearing in Vegas, and stay tuned to see what happens.
Oh, no, I've been in Mexico. I just came back.
Okay, we're in Mexico.
Cancun and Tulum.
Nice.
the two links inside.
Perfect. Thank you so much, brother. Yes, this is gonna fit him for sure.
Sorry for the time.
Fit him perfect.
Sorry for the time.
No problem, bro. Thank you for your time. What's up, guys? We had a little situation yesterday. We came here for the NFL draft, and we're letting a player rock a watch. But when we went to him, it's a little too small for him. So we had to figure something out, as we didn't bring links with us. And thankfully, one of our friends, Howard, he helped me find someone that would help us, and he just came to the hotel, installed 2 links for us on this watch, and we're gonna go give this to Garrett right now. Stay tuned.
Okay.
And then that's it, otherwise it doesn't go on.
Okay.
And then it should fit in perfect.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate
And
it.
then we'll coordinate with you later.
Yeah,
in the
that's
evening.
fine.
So I
Thank
think we
you.
have to leave the airport at like 10, so around like 9 or something.
Okay. Okay, so that's where it gets tricky. It's like there's no set time of when he's gonna get drafted, obviously.
Okay.
So could be anywhere from 9 to 9:30. I'm not gonna be on the red carpet or in the green room, so we're gonna just have to coordinate somehow.
Okay, worst case, I mean, we'll push back the flight.
Okay, I'll keep you posted for sure.
Okay.
Thank you. I
No
really
problem. Thank you,
appreciate it.
Ashley.
Nice to meet you guys. Thank you.
So guys, it was a very stressful night for me. I definitely couldn't get any sleep without figuring out how to put links on this watch. A dear friend of ours helped us at 9:30 in the morning. We managed to put the links on the watch, deliver it to Garrett Wilson, and we can't believe how we made it happen.
Garrett, it's Rex with the Jets.
Man,
You ready to do this?
I'm ready, Coach.
Let's go.
10th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Garrett Wilson, wide receiver, Ohio State.
All righty then, Garrett Wilson's going to the Jets to line up with Elijah Moore and Corey Davis, and Zach Wilson gets himself a top-notch wide receiving prospect. Daniel Jeremiah, your thoughts?
They also added a couple tight ends in free agency as well. This is the best wide receiver in the draft for me. He's my 4th overall player. The Jets, they end up coming away, Charles, in my opinion, the top corner and the top receiver in the draft.
DJ and Coach, there was a lot of discussion about if Drake London was in this spot, he would be the perfect choice to go with Elijah Moore because he's a plus-size receiver. Corey Davis is already on the roster, and he's not a little guy. So they didn't have to worry about it quite as much as maybe we made it out to be. So you get a full year out of Corey Davis. You get Elijah Moore coming into his 2nd year. You add in this young man with a 2nd-year quarterback. Coach, youth is growing together.
There's no question about it. And what I love about this guy, especially paired with a young quarterback, his ability to run after the catch. You can get some receiver screens, quick slants, hitches in this guy's hands, and he can make something special. He can be your fly sweep guy. He can be your do-everything guy. I think this guy's got a chance of making immediate impact right now.
Thank you, Garrett, for having us in Las Vegas. It was a pleasure to meet you. We wish you all the best for your career. Congratulations for being drafted to the New York Jets. And thank you for choosing TPT for dripping you out.
So the good thing about Horace is that now if you have an AP and you need to get a strap or a screw or any part, they're checking the serial number for every single watch.
Damn, so you'd like fuck the customer over right away, like
Yeah.
even if they just go in to get a strap.
Yeah, so they're gonna take the serial number down, put a screw in there, and they're gonna find the original buyer of the watch. So
They're going crazy.
yeah, it is just crazy.
Thank God we got Horace on deck.
Yeah. But this watch is fire. This is sick. Tourbillon, Premier Edition. Limited to 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm obsessed with this.
She worked at AP and she couldn't even find the reference number. That's how rare this watch is.
Or the retail price.
Yeah.
This one is super rare, that's for sure. Alright, so we just changed the original chocolate alligator strap on this Patek and the 5712R. Put a gray, steel gray Horace rubber strap on there, and it looks much younger. Deployment buckle, and it's ready to go. Looks really good.
If you do a kickflip off that table in heels right now, I'll give you this.
Literally kill someone.
You're not gonna take the chance?
Probably break through the board.
No, yeah,
You're not gonna take the chance?
The goal is
No, I'm Googling it quickly.
that we're gonna tag it on Horace straps, and we're gonna tag it on TimePieceTrading, and then hopefully we recoup the money in advertisements or something. That shit will be so viral.
Let me just practice.
Practice?
This is a lot of pressure.
You got the board.
No, the only thing I can do.
Okay.
You ever seen a $20,000 skateboard?
That's 20K. Oh, jeez. Are you watching how to do a kickflip right now?
Look, I'm getting really close. Hey, Sean, you might need to give me that watch.
There's no way.
Oh
If you
my
did that,
God.
I would just instantly start making a phone call to like every major skate brand and be like, you have to sign it.
No way. Like,
of course, if you do a kickflip in heels in the Louis Vuitton skateboard, you kidding me?
The backtrack, put both feet down. It's super simple. There's actually only a couple steps.
I don't know. He said it's super
I love how he
simple.
says it's like super simple.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hop on the board and just like do a quick kickflip.
I
Like,
can flip it like that. Does that count?
Can you jump onto it though?
Yo!
That was risking it right there.
It's only hard from this.
I know that's
See?
gonna break.
I'll give you the plot for the.
Are you kidding me?
You're
No,
working your way.
let's get like a ladies AP or something. You guys don't need this. Yeah, how about a chain?
Cubic zirconia.
Only seasons.
Actually, I kind of like this.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah, right.
You're right.
There's no way.
All right, I'm gonna.
I'll make the invoice to Horace. That's not even normal. That's insane. That's actually insane.
Is that factory?
Factory setting.
Factory only.
That is crazy. Holy shit.
Wow.
It's a nice house.
Cool, it's gonna fit him. Holy shit.
Two houses.
That is ridiculous. Oh my god.
The baguette bezel really does it.
Different levels.
Hey, how are you, Sean?
Hey, how's it going? How are you?
I'm good. I wanted to ask you, with this AP, right? I know it's coming with the archives, right? Is it a card? Because he's telling me that there's a card, or is it just digital,
It's digital archives. I believe I sent your brother the picture of the exact archives.
I understand, but how does it work? Because, I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure how to explain that to my customer. He's very weary right now that it has archives that, there's no card, there's no papers, nothing, you know what I mean?
Okay, so the way that it works for digital archives is that you have to submit documentation and pictures on ap.com to AP, and they review everything, and they essentially issue a document stating that this watch was indeed sold by AP, and that the watch is, everything matches correctly to their system. So it doesn't carry an actual warranty. This watch actually would not carry a warranty because it was discontinued in 2018 anyway. Now that being said, it's just a document essentially stating that AP has confirmed that they've sold this watch and that it is an Audemars Piguet watch. Not necessarily that it's 100% authentic, but that everything that they've been given matches in their system.
I understand. Now, let me ask you this.
Yes.
Let's say, but in order to access this document, because there is no document, how would he access it on AP's website?
You actually can't. So it gets printed out that one time, and then you have that document forever. It's a living document. So you, like, for instance, when I give these documents to my customers, I print them out, I put them in a nice little folder, and I provide that for them.
So who's to say that it's? I mean, look. I know he's gonna ask me this. Who's to say that that document is okay? You see that is okay. There's no way to.
You're asking me if I photoshopped the document.
Basically.
I mean, you can call into AP and say, hey, can you confirm that this is these are actual archive papers for this AP, and they will confirm it. Because the archives,
deal with him, there's going to be a problem. You know what I mean?
No, of course. So if you look at the bottom there, it says Audemars Piguet North America Inc. 9700 Collins Avenue 159 US Ball Harbor. If you call into the Ball Harbor boutique, You say, hey, how's it going? I'm buying this watch, 26320OR. The serial number is I63955. I wanted to make sure that these archive extracts were genuine. They will confirm that they are genuine if you did want to double check. Another thing you can do is send the watch into the service center in Clearwater, and they will be happy to confirm that they are 100% authentic. You can go to the physical boutique yourself. You can call AP Corporate. You can send them an email. You can message them on their website. There's many ways to verify that the archives are not photoshopped.
Gotcha. Okay. I mean, look, I'm sure she'll ask me this, and actually I have to ask her this. And then look, she told me that you have one with papers, right?
Correct.
What's the best on it?
I think I told you already the best is going to be $70K, which is my exact cost on the watch. I'm not going any lower than that.
How's the condition? Because on this one, honestly, the condition is not that great. I'm probably gonna, But yeah, I'm just curious.
Yeah, it definitely does need a little bit of a touch-up, but it definitely not terrible. They're both in very similar condition, very similar.
I haven't seen the condition. That's the whole thing. On either one. Okay, no problem. So let me just work on it. Okay, look, he's telling. Look, I mean, he's.
But wait, I'm confused. You said you haven't seen the condition, but you know that it's not in good condition.
No. Look, I've seen the pictures, and the pictures are not great. So I haven't seen the condition like in person.
Okay, understood.
Right. So look, if it's okay with you, I'm trying to convince him there's not much profit there. He's telling me, he will let you know by 5 o'clock if it's okay. I'm trying to push him, and I'm afraid if I push him too hard, he'll just, he's not gonna buy. So question is, can I let you know by 5 o'clock today, because that's why he's.
You guys can take as long as you need. I'm not really in a rush at all.
That's fine, because look, I mean, I'm just telling you, this guy, he's very iffy, and right now I'm going to tell him about these papers. I'm actually going to call him and explain exactly what you told me. And that's about it. Hopefully he'll bite.
Okay, sounds good to me.
All right,
definitely let me know, and I'll look forward to hearing back from you soon.
You got it. Thanks, bye.
Okay, no problem. Bye. Interesting. All right, so this guy, he wanted to call in and talk to me about a watch that his brother was looking into buying. It is a dealer, and I sent them pictures and stuff, so they were just questioning the documents that I was providing them with, which is virtual archives, which I just explained there on the phone to the dealer. So another thing you guys have to be worried about sometimes is obviously stuff being photoshopped or dates being changed and stuff of that nature. Definitely not something that we do, but definitely something we check into sometimes depending on the situation. If you have to go a little bit further and contact AP directly and say, hey, what's going on here? We definitely do very good quality control on all of our pieces and make sure that everything's top notch. So I'm very confident in telling this to people, that there's nothing wrong, and that definitely we did not Photoshop the papers or anything like that. That's just something that would absolutely never happen. So yeah, hopefully we can get this deal done. We should hear back around 5 o'clock, which is in 3 hours.
3 hours later.
By these archives, it's only the original owner can verify the archives. My customer, I don't know, he's like, listen, you told me it's archived. He's so pissed at me right now. Could have been at it already for the past 2 days.
But why is he pissed?
Because I told him that it's papers. I misunderstood you, I guess. Well, no. I told him it's archived papers, but it's not. It's actual just, I don't know, it's like archived bullshit, to be honest.
If you print it out from the computer, what does it become?
I'm not telling, no. I'll tell you what it is. It doesn't authenticate the watch. That's what AP said, not me.
I know, that's the exact same thing I told you though, brother.
No, I know, but look, I'm not putting it on you. I'm putting it on, on myself, because I didn't understand what Rafi was telling me.
Understood.
No, I'm just telling you what it is. Let me ask something. Can you do any better on the one with papers?
I can't. I told you my cost is 70 on it. I'm giving it to you at my cost.
70,000. No, he's not gonna budge. And I also have to polish it probably, and put. Yeah, no. Okay. Shit. Okay, man, I really appreciate it, Sean.
All right, no problem, bro.
No, I'm sorry, on this one, 60, right? That's bottom. I mean, I'm sorry, you said 61, right?
Hold on. Yeah, 61K is the bottom.
I got you. All right, man.
All right, thank you so much.
let me see. But well, look, for now, the watch is off hold. If something happens, if something changes, I'll let you know. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
I appreciate it. Thanks, bye.
Okay, bye. Alrighty, so I'm not exactly sure what just happened there. A little bit confused, but I guess he's not taking the watch. Happens. Just wow. Hello, bro. How are you? Thanks for coming down. I'm Sean. How's everything? How's it going? I'm Sean. Nice to meet you. Oh, both Calvin.
Different spelling. But
Oh, okay, awesome.
With the K and with the C.
Awesome. You guys can take a seat. So how's everything? How was the flight down?
We transferred to Chicago for an hour, so it's not too bad.
That's not bad at all. There was no direct flights, or what? They were crazy expensive or something?
Crazy expensive. We're direct back, but then here we had to transfer. But then the customs in Toronto was crazy. We waited like 2 hours.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Why so long? To come here?
Yeah, to come here. It was
What?
such a lot. There were so many people through security and then through customs afterwards.
That's so weird. I went yesterday.
Yeah.
No, I went Saturday, and then I got back last night. And for me, it wasn't so bad. Like, I got to the airport an hour before my flight there, and I got to the airport an hour and 15 minutes before my flight back. And I walked right through it, and it's fine. But I guess it's different for Americans, like coming back to the U.S. and stuff like that.
And we also went in the morning, so I think it's like the border.
A lot more people.
Yeah, a lot more people, and that's when the border opens. It doesn't. So
the flights were crazy expensive. They were like 4K. I was looking at them. I was like, there's just no way. I got lucky. I found one that was like weird times. You know, I landed at midnight and then I flew back at 5 p.m. So it was a quick like 17-hour trip. But this is your first time being in Miami?
Yeah.
What do you guys think about it? So definitely a lot warmer than Canada, right?
Way warmer. I mean, as you know, because you were there. But
actually, it wasn't so bad. The first time I went like a couple weeks ago, it was freezing. But now it's like hitting
the hotel you recommended is very nice.
You guys like it, right? And it's in the heart of everything. Like, you can walk wherever you need to go. There's a bunch of restaurants. There's a bunch of there's shopping. There's a bunch of stuff over there, and you're safe, which is really important. But all right, let's get into the fun stuff. So you guys wanted to see, what do you want? You want to start with you want to go straight to the
So I was the one talking, but really he's the one buying the RM.
Okay.
And we'll see what else there is.
Okay, so you guys want to start with RMs, or you want to start with the other stuff?
Whatever.
Well, up to you.
Okay.
So the idea is, I want the RM, then he wants something, then maybe something for my mom.
Okay, perfect. So we'll do this first.
Yeah.
First, you have to take care of your mom. That's the most important thing.
Well, my mom's thinking just like a pink OP or something. Like
Exactly.
something.
That's
like,
perfect.
yeah.
So we'll start with that. I'm going to show you the ladies AP, and I'm going to show you the also the Rolexes as well. Just take a look through here. So these are going to be all of our ladies AP. To give you an idea of price point, we're going to be anywhere between like 18,000 all the way up to about 120,000 in this box. Just depends on the piece. If you guys want to take a look at these, and I'm going to get out the other box as well.
This one's nice for
Yeah, I was thinking that one.
Yeah, that was really simple.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was thinking this one. What do you think?
And then this box, we're going to be looking at anywhere from like 7,000 all the way up to about 75,000 range.
How much is this one?
Okay, so I have two of those, I believe. Let me see. I think I just sold the brand new one. Hold on. So that is a watch and box only.
Oh, watch and box.
And it is going to be 21,000. So a new one is going right now about 25,000.
That's good. And this one is
the pink OP, the fan favorite. Everyone loves these OPs. Let's take a look. I can do the pink OP for, it's 2022 brand new, 34 millimeter, and it's going to be 7,500.
Oh.
A little bit of a price difference.
Yeah, I think. What do you think? Maybe this one. I don't know.
Did you take this guy out to take a look at it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna shortlist both.
Sure.
For now, and we'll go from
the condition on this
is that
guy's
the
really
one
nice as well.
OP, or is there a bigger one?
No, I think they have this one in pink and the candy pink or whatever.
They do have that one in pink. That's the 36 millimeter. So then this guy is going to be 24,500. So 34 to 36, there's a difference, and also the blue to the pink, there's also a difference in price.
I think maybe that.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's a classic. It's honestly like an all-around great AP, and people will really respect it when they see it. And the price point for it's pretty good because it's barely over retail.
And stuff with diamonds is how much?
So these guys are the same exact watch as this actually, and they're going to be in the mid 20s. So anywhere from about 24 to 28,000 for the black or the white.
Oh, I think maybe.
They're the same exact watch as this, except they just have a diamond bezel.
This one's 21?
21, yes.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Well, what was that?
Let me tell you about those.
This one's
as well.
20 something.
Let's tell you. Let's see. So okay, so I have a watch only as well. That one's gonna be 25,000 with a diamond bezel. And then I have a complete one. No, sorry, I only have watch only. I have 2 watch onlys, and they're both gonna be the same price. 25,000, which the retail on that is about 3,000 higher than the plain one, so it actually makes sense price point wise as well. I think that the diamonds add like a nice little, piece of elegance to it.
If this one is 21, you said?
Yes.
Then I might as well. You
A little bit more for the factory diamonds.
Then I don't think my mom would care about the box and tape or.
No, and you're gonna save like 3,000 or 4,000 to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And we can make it a nice presentation. We put it in the box, make it look nice.
Yeah, I think maybe. I like this.
This one's way better, not the leather strap.
And then you also have to remember the condition. So if there's anything that like condition wise is not looking so good, I'll clean it up so that it looks perfect for her.
Okay.
You don't have to even worry about it. It'd look like a brand new watch. Because some of them, like that one's not in the best condition. And then I also have this one which is in similar condition, but typically ladies when they wear their watches, they wear like jewelry or they're not too careful with keeping them like pristine. So that's why oftentimes you'll see them in not the best condition.
So does this come with extra links or?
Oh, they all have full links, yes. If they're not on the watch, they're in. I have them stored.
Yeah, I think this one is good.
I'm gonna put it aside first.
We can make a little pile.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, so for AP we have chronos, stainless steel, and we have non-chronos. We also have some older style chronos, some older style non-chronos, and then dual time as well. If you see anything interesting, just let me know.
So big, I think.
The camera isn't responding.
This won't go out?
Yeah.
Have you guys been into watches for a while?
Couple years.
Okay. You have any other watches in your collections? Or this is the first time you're getting watches?
No, I have a couple watches, yeah.
What do you have?
An Aquanaut, a Yachtmaster, the rose gold one, then a root beer.
Oh, that's awesome. You got that from the boutiques, or?
No, the 2 I got from the boutique, then the Aquanaut I got from somewhere else.
Oh, no way. Someone in Canada?
No. Then the Aquanaut I actually wanted to bring here.
Yes.
Because like I saw a video you helped someone polish one.
Yes.
Then mine is pretty dinged up. I actually want to bring it here. Then he suggested I don't, because like with the custom, if I buy stuff and I bring it back. Like,
Yeah, that can be an issue.
Kinda.
That can be an issue if you're carrying like 4 or 5 watches.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Yeah, I have the Wimbledon. They just Wimbledon with the Jubilee bracelet.
Two-tone?
No, single.
That's
steel.
That's a nice watch. I'm sorry, do you mind if I just move this over here? So tell me about this this building you were talking about. So what ended up happening? Any some exciting news?
Oh yeah, no, we bought this last year in February.
Okay.
We closed on it this year in January. It's a 86,000 square foot industrial warehouse building. And then we just sold it like last week.
Wow. So you sold it to like a company or someone else
Sold
gonna
it
be
to
renting
a
it?
company. Sold it to Dream.
No way.
Like a RITZ, yeah.
That's so sick.
So then.
So you got it at the perfect time because of the real estate market went crazy.
Then the agent called us today saying you got very lucky that the Dream, the person that the company that bought the warehouse, their stock dropped like 10% or something today.
No way.
Yeah.
So you sold it just in time.
Yeah.
But it's done. You got everything locked in.
Yeah, but it was also, we bought it like Miami was probably open this whole time, right? There was no lockdown. In Toronto, one of the worst lockdowns in the world. And then during last year in February, we were pretty much locked down. So nobody really wanted to spend money, buy stuff, at least of this nature. So I guess, wouldn't you say lucky, we took the risk kind of thing, and then it paid off.
Well, it's a smart, calculated decision because you knew eventually it was going to open.
We knew e-commerce was going up kind of thing because we ran a kind of like an e-commerce store for sneakers, like rare sneakers, Easy, Supreme, Jordan, that kind of stuff.
Okay,
so
my favorite stuff.
Yeah, so we kind of understood that a little bit more, and I think that's where it stemmed from.
That's huge. Yeah, I mean, warehouses, e-commerce, all that stuff is like, even here in Miami, like a lot of people are opening warehouses down here, like Amazon, Walmart, Target, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they need huge facilities. Like people think 10, 20,000 square feet facilities are good. Like these guys are buying million square foot facilities, you know, and they're still need more space.
They're doing the exact same over in Toronto, so it's like.
Infrastructure is king. I mean, the more infrastructure they have, the easier it is to move stuff around, the more money they make. That's as simple as it is. The faster they can get the piece, an item from their warehouse to a customer, the better everything is. So if they can hold stuff all around the world, then they're good to go. Exactly. But that's an amazing risk that you guys took, and I'm glad that it paid off. That's buying then was a time when people were, I'm sure, very, very, very scared to buy. Like people were really worried that the whole world was going to collapse, you know? So you guys, that's really incredible. Let's see what we got going on over here. All right, we'll put these guys back. We have a nice selection of Rolexes. So stainless steel professionals, the two tones for the root beers, full gold root beer, Sky Dweller on oyster strap, and Submariners.
Do you have the Pepsi and the Jubilee?
I think I'm sold out of Pepsi on Jubilee. I have it there on the oyster. If you wanted specifically a Pepsi on Jubilee, don't feel like, oh, I have to pick something here, because I can get it either today or tomorrow. It can be here.
Which one?
It looks nice, the Pepsi, right?
Yeah.
So believe it or not, I think that the Jubilee is currently cheaper than the oyster, even though the oyster is the newer model. I believe.
I thought it was the flip side usually.
I believe. Oh, actually, John Luca wouldn't know, but I believe that the Jubilee is actually cheaper right now, because that's how it is for the Batmans as well. Or they're very close in price, like within $500.
Put this here for a second.
No problem.
I like this one more, to be honest, but Casey has it, so I want to get the same. Our other buddy has this one.
Oh, so yeah, you don't want to match with that? That's definitely a big no-no in the watch community, like pulling up with the same watch as your boy.
Yeah, because when you hang out, it's like...
I mean, you could pull it off, but you'd have to coordinate with him, like, hey man, are you going to be wearing your Batman today? Like, have to give him a call. It actually happens with us with like clothes and shoes and stuff. Like we'll see each other like leaving the house, and then we'll be like, yo, like go change, or you can't wear that today, or I'm wearing an AP Chrono today, you know.
Yeah, no, definitely the Jubilee bracelet.
I like the Jubilee myself. I'm a big fan of it. To give you an idea of price, let's see. So the oyster we have in stock, this guy is going to be $28,500. And the one on Jubilee is going to be $28,000. So a little bit cheaper for the Jubilee.
I think this one's nicer.
Yeah, they came down a lot from its recent high.
It did. Luckily, we have adjusted for it. Many people have not adjusted for it. But yeah, they definitely were overhyped. In my opinion, that watch like at $35,000 or 40,000 Canadian was like insane. Like it just, I don't know. When it starts getting that high, it starts making no sense. Like we look at everything, you have to approach it with logic, right?
Right.
So 2 for 1 over retail, or 2 times retail, means that, you know, the demand is 2 times higher than the supply, which to me makes sense. When you start getting triple and, you know, way crazy numbers, I don't know, that's when it starts getting a little scary for me.
Yeah, I think that one's enough.
I think so too.
Let's see what we got. And you guys got to have a nice little sunny vacation out of it as well.
Yeah. Last night I called my mom. I said I need to go to Miami. She was like, why? I said I need to go get a watch. She's like, why can't you get it in Canada? But I was like, they don't have this in Canada.
Yeah, I just went up there. There is a few guys that have inventory that I do business with, but it's also so hard to get watches there, and then you pay such crazy prices because of VAT and stuff like that. So, I mean,
your customer service is the best. And he was telling me on the WhatsApp, you're very, very good customer service.
Yeah.
I try. Sometimes it takes me long to reply to people, but I try my best. I mean, people have to understand that thousands of people message us every day. So like we actually have to go through every day and read all of them, which we're thankful for. But I'm glad, like, I know sometimes I took a little bit longer to get back to you, which I appreciate you not like freaking out on me like some people freak out.
We're actually worried that because we have no history, no
Yeah,
background,
like you don't know us,
we
and
don't
we
even
just
have your
we kind of
Instagram.
just cold called you.
Yeah, pretty much, and then you still gave the same level. So we
Well,
appreciate
I'm also really good at gauging people. So like I know if people are calling in for the most part just to mess around, which does happen. Like every day I get people like I just in our last video I had a guy that called me up to buy 5 RMs.
Yeah.
In like literally 10 minutes I knew I was like, this guy's messing around for sure. Which is fine. Like people, you know, if they want to call in and get quotes or ask questions, like that's fine. But people that deliberately waste your time, you know, like imagine like I called you about your building and I was like, hey, how much is it? And you're like, you told me, and I'm like, can you send me pictures? And then you send me pictures. Hey, can we make a meeting? Yeah, we have a meeting. Hey, can I bring my agent down? And then all of a sudden she's just like, oh yeah, I was never even gonna buy that. It's just like, why would you do that? You know, like it's just so bizarre. But it happens a lot. Where people like, for instance, they'll tell me like, hey, I'm coming down from Canada, and they just won't come. And I'm like, why would you set up an appointment if you're just not gonna come? You know? Like it's so weird. But yeah, it happens a lot. But I was definitely like excited to meet you guys and have you down, and I could tell you guys were very serious. Which is just like you get that over time by gauging people. I'm sure people like for your real estate investments call you and ask you questions like all the time. Some are strange, some are serious, some are, you know, whatever it may be. For watches it's different because people will have requests like, hey, can you change the strap on the watch to every different color and send me a picture with every different color strap on it? And then it's just like, would you ask someone to paint your building, you know, like 20 times to take pictures of it? So stuff like that happens. But to talk about the RMs, so there was a few that we were talking about on the phone. I actually have one more. The Japan. It's nice, right?
It looks kind of a bit smaller than I thought it was.
So this is going to be the same case size as an RM10. So RM10 is going to be the entry level size for an RM.
Yeah.
RM29 actually shares the same case size. The only difference here is if you notice the date window. So the 29 is what's called a big date, and the 10 obviously has the smaller date window. So what I believe, and I have not confirmed this, but I think that people were buying the 10, they were having trouble actually reading the date window because it has like the checkers around it and then the numbers inside, so it's hard to read, so they switched it to the big date, which is like really nice to read. But here, if you want to check this out, you can even try it on, of course.
It's better in person than pictures, to be honest.
Honestly,
this one out of everything is the one I like the most.
It's a fan favorite, and it's definitely one of the RMs that like people, when they open this box, the first thing they look at is this. But here, try it on.
No, because
let me help you try it on.
Because these two I can't get because I know someone with these two.
Oh really?
Yeah, so I can't get the same.
Here, you want to try this guy on?
Yeah.
Help you out. Just flip your wrist over.
It's a good fit.
Yeah.
Is it sized to you already? Because that will be a real. Tell me if I pinch you, okay?
No,
I'm pinching you?
Yeah, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah. Oh, it's a bit tight.
Okay, we can always adjust it as well too.
Size-wise, not bad. It works.
So, 50 pieces in the world, only sold in the Japanese boutique. And honestly, the first time I saw one was about a year and a half ago. We bought it immediately because we were like, this thing looks freaking beautiful. And it's sold, and after that we've had 2 customers call back to buy them, and then I haven't seen them ever since. Like, that watch is hardly traded on the market ever.
I think this is
a good option.
Yeah.
And then there's also, of course, the bigger size RMs. Actually, stay here 1 second. Let me grab you one more just to show you. And also I have this to throw into the mix, which is like the king of the RMs, the 1103.
I showed him the text.
What's the price between these two comparing?
So these are actually going to be very similar in price. That watch is actually going to be less expensive than this watch because this watch is made from NTPT.
Yeah.
So NTPT being RM's like trademark and what they're really known for.
Yeah.
And also this being Japanese exclusive, like it has a little bit of a premium as well. And there's only 50 of them.
This one I feel like you get more bang for your buck.
You get 1103 is king of the RMs. Like it is the most sought after RM. Every RM collector always wants to have an 1103 in their mix.
Yeah, then he was saying that the Johann Blake, you can't get it as your first one. But I can't get that one in general. Like,
to be honest with you, a Johann Blake is going to be probably your second or third or fourth RM, just because the colorway, like, if you want to wear your RM every day, it is better to go a little bit more neutral. Like for instance, something like this, or something like this, or titanium. When you start getting into colors, unless you love that color, like I love blue. I wear blue every day, right? Or I love, I love white and black. That's easy to match. But when you start getting green and yellow, it's a little bit out there. So let's try this guy on.
I think it's on easy.
Try a few more. Try the, what's that?
Here, just flip your wrist over.
The one with the yellow band.
This is going to be actually, let me make it a little bit tighter.
I'm kind of nervous trying all this.
No, don't be nervous. You're going to be wearing it, right? If I pinch you, just tell me, okay, because it's hard for me to see. So, obviously, much bigger wrist presence, much bigger watch.
I think this one is a lot better.
You like it? You like the size and everything? So that's like a showstopper watch. And you also have to remember, right now it's like in its most toned down form because it's on a black strap.
No, I want to keep it on the...
You like it toned down?
Yeah.
Okay, because I want to show you also the other... Wait, where are the straps? John Luca, can you give me those straps, please? You pull like...
Oh, no, I don't think I can do that.
Yellow is very loud.
You have a yellow car, you can match it.
Blue is very nice. Oh, your car is yellow, so there you go.
No, is it when his car is green?
No, I have a green one too.
So you can match like the interior of the watch and the crown to the strap. So like if it's yellow yellow or green green or red red. So that's why the 1103 titanium is such a good option.
Oh wow.
So that's why people love TPT because it has that lightweight feel. Like this is the watch that Nadal wears playing tennis and stuff like that.
Yeah, this one way later.
This one, you have the rose gold one too, right?
I do have the rose gold. Rithik, you have the rose gold 1103 right there?
Yeah, I'll get it.
So we actually had a really funny situation happen with the 1103 rose gold. So I had ordered one for my customer and it was here. I was literally unpacking it. And then Rithik got a call from another customer like, hey, I really want an 1103 rose gold titanium. So he came down, he looked at the watch and he was like, my customer hasn't even come yet. He's coming in a week. The customer that saw was like, I need to have this watch. And we were like, it's already sold. He's like, order another one. So we ordered another one. And then just today on the phone as well, I got another guy called me. He's like, hey, I really want to buy an 1103 rose gold. So now like in 1 week, we sold 3 1103 rose golds and they're like really popular.
What's the price difference between this and...
So believe it or not, it's the same exact watch, right? Except rose gold top and rose gold bottom. In my opinion, I haven't confirmed this. This is speculation. I think that they probably make around the same, maybe a little bit more titanium than they make the rose gold. Probably close to almost the same, but it's $100,000 price difference.
Try both. I like this one more.
Actually, when RM and AP closed in Canada, we bought their entire inventory. Like we bought every single AP they had, all their RMs, they all came here. Us, and we partnered with a dealer that's also in Canada, a good friend of ours.
I don't know how the boutiques work, but like my friend was saying, I told my friend I want an RM. Then my friend was saying, oh, they're opening up soon, right? You might as well just go there, get some, like spend some money, get some like shit pieces, and maybe they'll give you some. I don't know how it works. Do you think?
Yeah.
Then I was like, I'd rather just buy something I like than just.
So check out how this works, and I'm not saying anything bad about the boutique. Yeah. I'm just telling you how it works, because it definitely is a thing, and I have customers that have gone and they've done well. This is the problem. You go to the boutique, you have to buy something that you don't like, right? So let's just, to keep round numbers, let's say this watch is $350, okay? So you have to buy 2 or 3 watches that you don't like before you can get this, which the retail on that I believe is $180 or $190. You buy a watch for $150, you buy a watch for $200, and you buy a watch for $175. So to keep round numbers again, let's just say you're all in at $600K. So now you've spent $600K, but you don't have the watch that you want yet. So they say it's coming, okay, no problem. You can't sell the first 3 that you got because if you sell them, you get blacklisted. So now you're holding $600K, waiting for your watch to come in. Finally, your watch comes in. You paid $180, it's worth $350. You're super happy, but now you go to sell the other ones. So you sell all of them, and let's say you lose $200 or $250K. So essentially, you spent 2 years to break even on the watch that you wanted, and now you can't even sell the watch if you wanted to because your name is on the papers and you'll get blacklisted. And you already had to risk selling your first 3 pieces. So it's like, is it worth it? Yeah, sometimes you can make money. I tell people if they have the connection to definitely pursue it. But if you look at the math, you're spending almost $1 million to get a watch that you could have just bought for $350 and walked away with it, you know?
Yeah.
And if you ever wanted to sell it, there's no strings attached. You just sell it, right? You don't have to call up the boutique, hey, I'm thinking about selling my watch. Okay, you can't. You have to trade it back into us for retail. or you can't sell all of the pieces that you bought that you're losing hundreds of thousands on, you know, or worst case, you literally can't sell the watch. Like no one will buy it, or they'll buy it for 50K when you paid 150, which sucks. So I always tell people, do it if you really want something and they're like anyone's playing games with you, just go do it. If you have a connection and you're willing to, you know, work it and make sure that's advantageous for you, which it's a lot of work. You're on the phone, you're in the boutique, you're calling them, you're doing trades, you know, you're sending them money up front, waiting 6 months for it to come. You can just come here, you pay, and you leave with your watch. So it's like, there's pros and cons to either, right? What I always tell people is, number one, buy your dealer, right? So you don't wanna just buy from a random guy off the street because you don't know what you're getting. Buy a quality product from a good dealer. In 10 months on a watch, if you make or lose 10%, you should be very happy. You have a nice, you know, toy, you have a safe investment. We hope that people always make money. That's like what we hope. You come in, you trade this in, you get a bigger, more expensive watch.
That's what I do too.
But like I said, plus or minus 10% is where you should always shoot when you're buying a watch. If you do that, you'll be able to, you know, if you're buying a $300,000 watch and you're losing 10% or making 10%, you'll be able to do this for the rest of your life essentially, right? If you start taking massive hits and making big mistakes and whatever it may be, that's when you start having problems, but that's our goal. I will say that in the past 4 years, every single RM that we've ever sold to someone, that has stood true, that they make or lose 10%. Some customers have made hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars and they call me like screaming super happy. I've never had someone come in and trade their RM here and be upset. I'm being 100% honest with you, ever. I even just had a customer that bought his watch, wore it for an entire year. It actually went down in price a little bit. We're talking like a couple thousand bucks, and he was able to trade with me and he got all of his money back. That was like my worst case scenario that I've had in the past 6 months. He got his money back, which is like any other watch. You actually run a little bit of a bigger risk, in my opinion, than RM. The one downside to RM is getting cashed out. If you're living somewhere where there isn't a lot of dealers, if you have the connections and you can make a phone call and you can use Instagram, then you have nothing to be worried about. Like if you ever want to sell that, you give me a call, hey Sean, I want to sell this today. I tell you, okay, I'll pay you this, and then you're comfortable doing it. Which is a problem that a lot of people I think get scared about RM. They go to buy a watch from a dealer who has no experience with RM and he's just brokering the RM to you, which is fine. That's his living. He's doing, you know, what he has to do to make money, which is great. And we encourage people to do that. When the client comes back to sell it back to him, he gets very scared. He's like, holy shit, I sold this watch to him for 400,000. It's worth 420 now, but I can't even pay him that, you know? So they offer very low. They start offering 300 just so that they can buy it and sell it the same day and get out of it and run away. But we don't do that, you know, we keep stock, so we're not scared at all. The heat tickets tonight.
I'm looking to my receipts.
Okay, so this is how we're gonna, so who am I playing against? I'm playing against you?
Me? Yeah, you're the...
I'm a little scared.
If you want, I can do, we'll play best of 3, 1-1, and then whoever wins can decide.
Let's do it.
So that you guys have the most agility. Alright, so the way that we do it is rock, paper, scissors, shoot. So I'll say rock, paper, scissors, and then on shoot you go. Don't go before, and I'll keep the same theme the whole time. Okay? So $2,500, only pure loss for our side, but we'll do it for content and for fun. Here we are again. The fans loved the rock, paper, scissors, so here we are again. Big $400,000 deal we're doing a flip for, so let's see what we can do. So do you want to do a practice or you're good to go?
I'm good to go.
I'm not a practice guy. I'm good to go. All right?
Just one, right?
You're gonna have one, yeah.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. My next victim. Okay,
right.
Are you ready? So once again, it's rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Right.
Okay? You ready?
Yeah.
You're sure you're ready?
Yeah,
100%.
100%.
I'm in your head a little bit or not really?
No, not really. I know you're going scissors.
Okay, let's do it. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. He called my bluff. He called it. He knew I was gonna go scissors. Yo, wait, actually, is this the same thing that happened last time? I can't remember. It's actually, it is. It's identical to what happened last time.
Did you win last time?
I did win last time. Right now, I'm undefeated in rock, paper, scissors. I'm actually planning to go to the world championship. No, okay, so now, wait, so you won, so then you're gonna be the decider. You're the decider.
So much pressure now.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Heat tickets.
These are heat tickets on the line. $2,500. This is a serious flip. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Let's go! Yo, I was gonna go scissors too, bro. I was gonna go scissors, man. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. 387.5. 387.5. Guys, to call his bank to update the. Oh my god. Alright guys, so just finished up with my clients that flew in all the way from Toronto just to come and check us out. Really excited to have you guys down. Thank you so much again, Calvin and Kelvin. They actually picked up 3 pieces. I'm gonna start with the big boy. They picked up an RM 1103 titanium. Beautiful piece. So we walked through a bunch of different options, ultimately deciding on the 1103 titanium, king of the RMs. Really excited for him to pick it up and excited for him to take it home. Trying to convince him to put on a nice, fun, colorful strap. That's gonna be our next step for tomorrow. Next up, we actually had them pick up this Pepsi on Jubilee. Classic, beautiful all the way around piece. Iconic and really excited. And also they're going home for a piece, going home with a piece for moms. She's gonna be getting a 67651 ST with the diamond diamond bezel. Beautiful watch, excited for her to pick it up. And thank you guys so much again for coming down. Enjoy the new pieces in happiness and health. 155 floor, then what happened?
All right, I'll start from scratch for your YouTube video. So, I had only 1 board ape left. I used to have 4. Regrettably, I only had the 1. However, within the last few weeks, the floor has did rise to 155 ETH, and this is pre-airdrop.
Yes.
We were to get airdropped land, virtual land in the metaverse, if you will. And there was a lot of contention around what that land would be worth, but most of us were pretty accurate, 20, 30 ETH. The land dropped, there was a huge fuck up with I can't probably say that, but there was an issue with the gas fees. People were paying thousands of dollars of gas because Yuga Labs didn't scale accordingly with the code, right? This obviously caused a lot of FUD. So instead of a 155 ETH floor, right now I just checked, the floor is 115 ETH. All right, so what's that?
30 ETH.
30 ETH down.
40 ETH, sorry.
40 ETH down, and the plots are unknown, but they were initially airdropped. They were 40 ETH minimum. So I went from a 35 ETH board ape not long ago to getting that airdropped ape coin, which I bought this watch with. Remember that?
Yes.
Okay. But that had peaked before the airdrop at 320,000 Australian, so let's say 225,000 American at least. All right, so people had 225,000 US. Their board apes had gone up 5x, and they were about to be airdropped to 40 ETH land. So you're talking, it's 10x play within 6 months. And now I'd say overnight was wiped 60 ETH from that. That's a lot of money.
So the land is right now
it's unknown.
Everyone spent crazy money on gas to get the land. Then they dropped in price.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that if they fix the problem with the land right now that they have, that the floor will go back up and that the land will be utilized, or is it just kind of fucked up now?
No, definitely. I wouldn't say definitely. Never say definitely in the world of NFTs. Never. You're talking to someone who bought punks at the peak when the floor was 142, and now the floor is 60. Okay?
The floor for punks is 60 right now?
I'm holding the bag on a few punks. Don't worry about that.
No, but I feel like punks, like, it's exactly what Michael was explaining to us. There's like 3K people that own all of the punks. So it's like, they're actually a lot more rare than people think. It's like much more rare than just 10K punks, you know?
Yeah, I mean, long term I'm bullish, but then I was talking to your colleague before. What's better to sell today and take home a 10x or say a few $1 million, and then within 5 years, could I flip that few $1 million in my business?
Yes.
More so, and the answer is likely yes, right? Like if you had a few million today, is that better than 10 million 5 to 10 years later? I'd take the few million because I can flip that over and over, just like you could, right?
Unless the spread is massive, which the spread here is unknown, right? It's, you know, I can get $1 million today, or I maybe get 5 million in the future, maybe, or I could get 100,000 or 10,000, you know? So now that we deal with that all the time with customers, like that, for instance, they want to pay over time, or they want to finance something, or they want to see if they're going to buy something later down the road, and it's like, it never pans out. It's always better if you get it today and then and realize your gains today, or buy what you want today than to wait. It's like, for instance, if you waited to buy an ape when the floor was 30, you're like, I'm gonna wait. And then it goes to 60, I'm gonna wait. It's at 100, and it's like, fuck, and then you buy it.
Yeah.
So that's crazy though. So what a swing. So you were sitting in front of the computer yesterday, you just couldn't believe it.
Man, I mean, I'll say one thing on that to add. Time in the market isn't, no. What's the saying? It's super important. It's super important.
Not time in the market, it's time in the market.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one.
You can't time the market, you have to be in the market or time in the market.
You just have to get in. You never know with this shit, ever. So, I mean, we could keep talking crypto.
Or we can look at some Richards.
Yeah, we can look at some Richards and the chains. That was that might be the first thing I want to look at.
Okay.
For my friend. I know what he wants.
Okay.
Show me what you got.
We have a mix here, and this is what I was telling you that we have the, okay, so don't be limited to anything that I have here, by the way. This is kind of the baseline, right? So it shows you all the different Cuban styles, which are gonna be baguettes, prongs, we have the multi-row prong, then we have tennis necklaces, which we keep in a standard 18 to 20 inch. Some people like longer, some people like shorter. Everything can be adjusted perfectly to size. But what was he looking for? Was he thinking about tennis, or was he thinking about Cuban?
Both.
Okay, both.
Okay, so...
and also gold is another thing too. Don't be locked into a color. Like if you see, you're like, hey, I like this. If he I think he'll like this style chain, but he likes rose gold, do it in rose gold, no problem. And same thing vice versa with tennis. I always suggest people for tennis get white gold because it really shows the brilliance of the stone. Rose gold is okay, but yellow, to be honest with you, I try to tell people to stay away from yellow for tennises because it kind of hurts the look of the diamond a little bit. But let me show you some options. So we have here, so these are going to be, let me get 3 out so you can see the difference in sizes. He's a bigger guy, or?
He's like me, but a little more muscular.
Oh, so he's going to need a more serious chain.
I would say, I mean,
do you have an idea of what he wants to spend by any chance?
well, this is the first conversation. Obviously, budget is an issue, but being from Australia, our prices are exorbitant compared to, it's either America or it's you. It's either you give that good deals. Is this common for prices to be around about yours? Because when I say in Australia, I don't mean marginally, I mean double or triple.
Number one is we apply the same thought process to watches that we do to jewelry, which is that we are looking to hit a single. By single, I mean you buy it, we make a little bit, you have a good piece. If you come back to trade it in, you're making or losing, for jewelry, the spread's a little bit bigger. You're looking at about plus or minus 20% on jewelry, being 100% honest with you. Now, plus or minus 20% sounds like, oh shit, I could lose 20%. At anywhere else when you're buying jewelry, it's holy shit, will I lose 100 or 200 or 300%?
Yes.
So that we don't want to do. The other thing is we actually manufacture our jewelry. So we get the diamonds, we get the setting, we put it together. Right there already, we're cutting out 3 middlemen. That helps the price too. The other thing is that we have set up our jewelry in a price point that makes sense. We don't have the freaking Cuban for 300 grand US. We also don't have the tennis necklaces that we can make them, but we don't really show them, like a huge $250,000 tennis necklace. We have the stuff that people like. The $10,000 to $30,000 price point, you get a very nice quality, very nice look, and also you're not getting any weird freaking, the tag says 150, you offer me 50% off 75, and then you buy it for 80, and then my cost is 10K. We start from the beginning at a good price, and then we go from there.
So this with the AP could be a bit of a combo.
This is the big one.
That's a better size, I think, for him.
That's a big one. So yeah, much bigger size difference, and then we have this as well, which is going to be kind of in the middle. The problem is that this one is actually very short. This is on kind of like a choker setup.
How do people like to wear these tennis chains typically? This kind of fits cool in a way, being shorter. I don't know, is that kind of how people like to wear them at times?
So
shorter?
Most people are going to wear them like, okay, so there's 2 options. Either they wear them as a choker, which is going to be like a little bit higher up, like here. A lot of people like that look now when it's in. Personally, I like to wear it like, I would say in between these two, like 20, which would be right there, which I think this is, I don't know if this is a 20 or if this is gonna be a 16. Let's see, this might be a 16. Yeah, this is a 16. So this, I'm not gonna close it all the way, but that would be like a choker. So this is like how a lot of people are wearing them now, and what they'll do is they'll do like 1, 2, 3, 4, they'll stack them, or they'll just have one. Personally, for you, I would never wear a choker because you're gonna give off maybe a vibe that.
What vibe?
It's
Can you say it?
a much different vibe than I think is gonna be like going for you. Kind of
What's
like
that?
like a weirder, like more metro kind of vibe. Which
say it, bro.
I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. I don't want to
He's
say
cutting it out.
But it's not your vibe. Like it's just not. It's someone's vibe, but it's not yours. So
that's not
I would say eliminate this vibe.
So 20 is the best.
All I'm gonna say is that if you have that vibe and you're gonna be hanging out in Colombia and stuff like that, I don't think you're gonna be having much fun.
Man, in Colombia, I'm gonna need a pistol if I'm wearing this. I'm not joking. These are cool. Get one for myself, I think, man. In a shopping mood. If I can't get
You know who's gonna be in here next week after you get this tennis, right?
Who?
You know who's gonna come in here. You know who's gonna be here looking for a tennis, Michael.
I don't know. Did he say that he would get into chains?
I could see him with it for sure. I think a tennis because it's that classy look, you know.
Yeah.
It's a really classy look. Actually, to be honest with you, I think you'd be okay even with that 18-inch, but 20 is going to be a little bit more. You know, it's going to be a little bit bigger.
This is 20, yeah.
That's a 22, I believe. I believe that's 22.
I like the thicker one.
Okay.
They kind of look good together. Two of them though, don't they? Two chains.
Stacks looks really nice. Stacks looks really nice.
What's a typical stack when you put two or it's more than two?
So I mean, it's all preference. I would say most people do 2 for a stack. I have clients that do 10 small ones. I actually have a guy that has a little bit small, actually a decent amount. I would say 20%, 30% smaller like build than you. He's wearing like 10 right now. That's just how everyone likes to wear it differently. I would prefer one bigger one or 2 mid-sized ones than having a bunch of small ones myself. But it all comes down to preference. Conversation there.
I'm wearing the chain that I'm about to buy. I don't know if you want to show your audience how we buy a chain in crypto, or is it something that you've been doing?
I'd be happy to do it. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, because I've got my hardware wallet. Anyone who has half a brain does not use a software wallet.
I told you what happened. You know what happened with my phone.
No.
I almost lost all my crypto.
No.
I didn't tell you about this?
No.
Okay, so remember you messaged me and it was like a Friday. It was right when you told Michael like where's Sean. So Sunday night, I was like, my phone started acting a little weird. Slow. Yeah. It's always been acting a little weird because of WhatsApp. So let me back it up. I back it up. I wake up in the morning, Monday morning, and I look down at my phone and it says, the phone is just off. So I'm like, that's weird, it's plugged in. How did it just turn off? I go to open it, it's all glitched out. Like, apps aren't loading, screen is like half like discolored. I'm like, very weird. I look at my computer, it says backup failed, not enough memory. I'm like, okay. I look down and I see this, and as soon as I see this, I say to myself, I'm beyond fucked. WhatsApp had 450 gigs to back up. My phone only is 256 gigs. So the backup is not even possible. The problem is that I can't even turn my phone on to delete, let's say, WhatsApp to back up my phone. So at this point, I decided I've lost 60,000 pictures, I've lost 4 years of WhatsApp, I've lost all my contacts, I've lost essentially everything because I couldn't back it up. I have a February backup or a December backup, but it sucks still, you know? I came to terms with it, I was like, okay, whatever, I lost it. Monday, phone still won't turn on all day. Tuesday, I get to the office, phone still won't turn on, all messed up. I do a system recovery to my computer, which essentially like restarts the whole iPhone and re-downloads software, but you get all your stuff back. I started getting like halfway through it and I'm sitting there and I'm like, man, you know what? Maybe this isn't so bad. I get a fresh start, new phone, I'm all good. Then it hits me. Holy shit, my freaking BitPay. So my BitPay, I'm not even logged into BitPay, right? I have like a wallet that I just signed up for, and whenever I move money from my cold storage to use, I just put it in BitPay because it's on my phone. I don't put anything too crazy in there, you know, just like to spend a little bit here and there. But then I realized I'm like, I lost all my crypto on my phone because I have the recovery password, but I don't know how to recover from like a BitPay account that has no like account to it, you know? Like I didn't know how to do this. So I started freaking out. I'm like, how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna recover it? How do I get it back? Can I even get it back? And then I was like, holy shit, you know, I'm never doing this again. Ever, ever, ever. So now I moved everything to cold storage and I never want to experience that ever again. If I ever need to move money, I move it into the hot wallet, I immediately spend it, and then that's it.
So you did lose the crypto in the BitPay?
My phone freaking turned back on.
Oh.
And I got it back. What I was thinking was, I was thinking to myself, even if my phone turns back on, if BitPay is not downloaded on my phone, I will have to re-download it, but I can't log in. There's like no login. I don't know, it's very weird. Like here, let me show you how, so you can understand. So like, I have no crypto in here anymore, but like,
BitPay. So I'm not super savvy on what BitPay is. Is it a...
So like check this out.
Custodial service? Yeah, I think it is.
Log in or sign up. So I'm not even logged in. I'm not even logged in at all. And then it just like, you can just use it like this. That's it. So it's literally just an intermediary to a main wallet. But I was like, I'm so fucked. I thought I was super fucked. I was literally about to start tearing up here. Like I was like, holy shit, that's crazy.
And before anyone listening, and I'm just doing this out of feels like a moral obligation. When you say cold wallet, does it go to a software cold wallet or hardware?
Hardware.
Okay, cool. Because anyone listening, if you have apes, which many people have lost them, you're a target. You're an absolute target. And all a hacker needs to do is keylog my computer when I put the seeds in. That's it, you're gone. You get a security score from me of a 1 out of 10 if you use a software wallet.
And I could not believe it. I don't know if you've ever like lost crypto before.
I could tell the audience I've lost Bitcoins. You got to think how early I've been in crypto, man. My first Ethereum was $27. I would have accounts that I would have a few Ethereum on and leave them. I wouldn't care. There was no such thing as wallet management, or even exchanges weren't super popular back in 16. My first Bitcoin, 2015, I bought it from a dude on the street over localbitcoins.com.
No way.
Well, maybe it was earlier than that. I can't tell you for sure. With cash, there was nowhere else to buy it.
No way.
Yeah. And it was only $500 for that Bitcoin.
That's ridiculous.
I sold 100 Bitcoins or just over to buy one Range Rover. Imagine I kept them.
100 Bitcoins for a Range Rover.
Yeah. I don't recall the price, but
Holy
it was
shit.
a fraction of what it was today. I mean, this is Captain Hindsight, right? Could have, would have, should have. But yeah, if I kept all my crypto, sure, I've got one of those stories. I'd have 250, maybe $1 billion.
From all the crypto, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because I've heard every single guy that I've ever spoken to in crypto, like into it at all, has a story. All of them. My one client, he put like, I think 37 BTC on a phone when it was like 40K each, lost the phone. Another customer sent Bitcoin back to the originating address, it just got burned. And do you know what the funniest part about this is that long term, those accidents actually help the currency, right?
They do.
Which is so ridiculous to think about, like losing money actually makes it more valuable.
Yep.
But it's crazy to think about.
I got some cool stories. I woke up one day, this is pre 2017 bull run.
Yes.
I woke up one day, I thought there was a glitch on my bread wallet. That was back when we were using software.
Okay.
And someone accidentally sent me $55,000, just accidentally. And another cool story. Should I dox myself? I don't know if I should. I don't know if I should dox myself yet. But I woke up one day and me and Mike were laughing about the cryptos. Just as a meme, we had made so much money off the punks and we're like, let's get some of these stupid cryptos. And the next day I had one in my wallet and I said, Mike bought me a crypto. Okay, then I called him with a funny joke, bro, I'm gonna buy you one. He goes, what are you talking about? I was like, bro, you brought me a crypto for 10E. Come on, man, I'm buying you one. He's like, bro, I did not buy you a crypto. And I figured it out. Someone accidentally airdropped me a crypto.
Did they like contact you ever? Like
a few people. I entered a Twitter space once as my punk, and then I had all these people contact me, but I don't think that they were those people because I did try and honestly give it back, but they couldn't verify themselves, so I sold it. and I sold it for a good price.
He probably bought it back on the freaking. He probably went to go buy it back. He's probably a sick guy about it.
Yeah, I still have a crypto.
No way.
They're like 2.5 ETH at the moment. They peaked at 14 ETH. Those stupid little things. But when I got airdropped my crypto, I was worth over 10 ETH, and ETH was, I want to say 4,000 at the time. Don't quote me on that. I can't say for sure. But there's some decent airdrops. What else? This year alone, you had the Looks airdrop. As a punk, you got given the SIG token, Rich Babies, the airdrop from Gas DAO, from another DAO, the ApeCoin airdrop. You're talking about, if you had punks and apes, you were given more than $500,000 of value, US dollars of value, simply for having those NFTs. And of all the trading volume on OpenSea. But yeah, that was all given to us for free.
That's crazy.
Right, yeah. And there is one thing I'll say though, if all the money in the world was handed out evenly, it would end up back in the same pockets.
Yeah.
You know, the idiots are gonna blow it or mess it up, and it's gonna end up back into the intelligent hands. That's what's gonna happen. But there's been such a wealth shift that, hey, money in the wrong hands, man, doesn't go good sometimes. So
it's crazy because there's those kids that, like I said, made millions of dollars overnight on freaking a picture of a dog on the internet, and then they're literally 10 times more wealthy than a guy that was a lawyer for 30 years. And it's like, well, that's so crazy to me, you know, the wealth. And I saw something about 5 years ago that I forgot who was saying it. It honestly, it was someone in crypto. I forgot. It's a very influential guy. Maybe you remember this speech. No, do you know who it was? You know Jack Ma from Alibaba?
No.
From Alibaba. He's actually in hiding, I think, right now, but his name is Jack Ma, I believe. He's the owner of Alibaba.
Oh, CEO?
Yeah.
Alibaba, okay.
And CEO, and he said in the next 5 or 10 years, there's going to be the greatest shift of wealth that you've ever seen, ever. And when people were watching it, everyone's thinking like, what is it going to be, you know? And then it's like, it literally happened right before our eyes. Like, you literally saw a shift, you know, even banks, institutions going into crypto space, and these kids who were buying BTC in 2013 for nothing, getting cashed out in US dollars by a freaking US bank. How insane is that? Or
insane.
A guy buying a picture of a dog on a coin, and Elon Musk tweets about it, and you get a clean 1000x in one day. You know, it's like, it's insane. It's crazy.
I don't want to say that, I mean, I'm definitely not what I call Miami rich. Miami rich, for everyone listening, is minimum $100 million. That's Miami rich to me. Okay, so although I'm not Miami rich, admittedly, like, a lot of this is pure luck. The world is not fair. This is ridiculous. When I'll tell the audience a story. When we were getting these punks, before the floor was going crazy, thanks to Magic Mike, by the way. If it wasn't for him, no way I would have got on. The only reason I bought a punk was for the meme. You got to think about this. It was a laugh. It's like, oh man, let's pay 50 ETH for this stupid JPEG. That's how it began. And then because the buzz is so fun, and you're like, oh, I want the one with that hat or that stupid eyes. Then it actually started clicking to me. I was like, wait a second. If I'm enjoying this, heaps of rich dudes are going to enjoy this, because, and this is where NFTs makes the most sense, it's very obnoxious and up yourself to flex your Ethereum balance on your phone. Look how much Ethereum I got. But if you flex your ape, totally acceptable. But it's also a way to verify your wealth. Acceptable, but it's really just the same thing. An NFT is a token, Ethereum's a token. But that picture, it's just acceptable. And once I got that, I said, you know what, I need more. I need more of these, because I know so many people are thinking like that. It's the Richard Mille of the digital space.
It is.
And honestly, since NFTs, if not for NFTs, I'd be screwed right now, because the apes have served as a hedge to the crypto market, haven't they? They've been going like this, and crypto is either sideways or in a bear market at the moment, depending on how you look at it. Now, for someone who doesn't know anything about watches, when I look at the Johann Blake, which, by the way, I'm not saying I'm not buying it today. I think I came in here with I'm not going to. I just said, My ape situation is not good.
We haven't even gone to the fun
I
stuff.
have other crypto. Okay, and there is a reasonable thesis for me to change from Bitcoin to a Richard Mille, at least periodically, because it is my belief at the moment Bitcoin isn't having that heyday anytime soon. What the?
It's titanium.
Crazy.
Full titanium. So it's a super light watch. It feels like nothing on your wrist at all.
It's a beautiful watch, eh?
Stunning.
One. And I know that that one is a lot more expensive than I thought it was going to be. And is it because of the titanium and the rarity, or a mixture? What?
Well, you have to remember, AP is making 40,000 watches a year, right? 40, sometimes 50,000. They've made 50 of them total. That's it.
Okay, and then done.
Done. And green right now is like super hot, and AP makes an amazing tourbillon, so it has like a lot going for it. Green this year especially did incredibly. So, okay, let's take a little walk down, not memory lane,
All
but
right.
Richard Mille lane. So, Richard Mille, starting off, your options for lower end Richard Mille is going to be something like an RM10. I'm going to completely erase this from your memory right now, or even a possibility of you getting, because it is not going to fit your stature. Also, as far as investment grade, you're still going to be in that plus or minus 10%. However, your upside is, I would say, a little bit more capped than if you're going to get a standard 11, which is the better route for you in this specific situation to go.
And I don't like them.
And you don't like
Too
it.
plain.
So moving right along, we're going to move into the RM11. RM11 is kind of like the Submariner, I would say, even though it's not even close to Submariner, but I would say even a Daytona of Richard Mille. So it's their standard flagship chronograph. This is when you start talking serious Richard Mille, you're spending over $200,000, which is, in my opinion, the real entry point for Richard Mille is around that 2 to 250 range, even though these guys are in like the 160s, but this is where it starts. Now you have variations. So you have RM11 in titanium. You have another RM11 in titanium, except this is what's called the Americas edition. So it's gonna have the rehaut that's blue, the blue crown, and it's limited to 30 pieces in the world. This is standard production. This we're not even going to consider because this is not for you. It's an RM30 in rose gold with aftermarket diamonds. This, same thing, because it is the same size as an RM10. Also, as far as price point, I think that this is just for a more advanced RM collector. RM55, Bubble Watson. Now, this is a great watch. However, this one in particular with the factory diamonds, I don't think is going to be suitable.
No.
Next up, we have an RM11 in Le Mans. So this is a rose gold with titanium sides, limited of 150 pieces in the world. Beautiful watch. The Johann, which you were mentioning before, which currently is on the not so beautiful strap, which we need to change. An RM11 America's edition again. So these are the same watch, but this goes to show how much a strap can change an entire watch.
Absolutely.
Because this one looks like a killer, and this, although it looks beautiful, I think that the blue really accents it. We have an RM11 in carbon. So once again, to give you an idea of weight.
Yeah, these are just, I mean, is it that crazy to wear this to the gym? Or is
No, not at all.
Because I would.
If anything, I would say this is better to wear to the gym just because the size. When you feel this, like, it's a much lighter weight. Obviously, much bigger price point, being this is an Nadal, which is a step above an RM11. But carbon, you can definitely wear to the gym. You don't really have to think about it too much. It also is going to not show wear as much as something like the titanium or rose gold.
Sure.
However, if damaged, 10 times more easier to repair than this. This is going to be getting recased.
Oh shit.
If you drop it or really like smash the barbell on it or something, like that's going to be getting recased.
And a recase costs in the neighborhood of?
Ooh, 30,000. So yeah, that you want to watch out for.
I am a watch dropper.
I will say this, I have seen probably, in my life, I've maybe sold, I don't know, 400 or 500 RMs, maybe more. I think probably in that neighborhood, 400 or 500 RMs. I've never had someone ever had to recase their watch, ever. And I've seen people from all walks of life. However, I have seen people that have gone in the water with their RM and had to get a new case because when they start doing the movement, they just say, essentially, we're gonna give you a whole new watch. Now, so don't be afraid of that. Titanium and rose gold is easier to repair on a day-to-day basis. If you get a scratch or whatever, as you know, our friend, he's gotten quite a few nicks on his watches that
I mean, that guy's crazy, man. He'll take his Richard Mille out when he can't even remember the night.
They are a little bit easier to repair, but another cool thing is that there is different types of carbon. So like here, if you would let me remove this one so you can look at these two side by sides. So these are both carbon, but we're gonna have the matte finish here, and then we're gonna have a gloss finish on this one. So two different styles of watches.
I love the matte finish.
It's very nice,
I love
right?
it.
It's very, very nice.
I don't have it anymore, but the dream was always to have the Richard Mille, this style, as I said, matte finish with the blue matching strap to my blue Urus. That's a vibe.
That's beautiful.
That's a vibe.
That's
because it's a sport vibe, you know.
It's an amazing vibe.
Yeah. This is a tough decision. I mean.
Now we're talking. Ooh. Now we're talking.
It's
Now you can take it to one step above this as well by changing this crown to red, which I have the crown.
Okay.
Which will add a little bit of complexity to the watch.
You know, wearing a Richard Mille, I don't know if it's partially because of that brand or is it just, it's a very masculine watch.
It is.
Isn't it?
And you know what the coolest part is? Like, you know how you were explaining before that there's only certain people that have apes and they like to show them off? The amount of, so when you meet another guy wearing an RM, you are literally at about a 90-10 split, right? 99 times out of 10, it's gonna be a guy that you wanna talk to. Successful, smart businessman, knows what's going on, has connections. Even if you got it at the boutique, he still has connections somewhere, right? The other guy is the guy that just says, I need to have a Richard Mille because whatever, I'm a freaking rapper, I'm a whatever it is. They won't know shit, they won't even know what model it is or anything. They'll have no idea what's going on at all. But those 9 guys that you meet, it's like, I swear I've never met a guy, first off, sorry, part of that is also watch dealers. So a lot of watch dealers will wear them. But those 9 guys that you meet wearing it, like, I've met so many people wearing an RM, I've never ran into someone that I'm like, I hate that guy. Except for that one case. That's like either an asshole or whatever. But those other 9 are great people. Like really sophisticated people.
It's almost an entry into some sort of club in a way, isn't it?
And that's what he wanted. He wants RM to be the Billionaire Boys Club. He's right now trying to raise his point of sale to be over 500,000 because he doesn't want a doctor or a banker or a lawyer to be able to save up. Let's say they make $250,000 a year. They save up for 3, 4, 5 years and they go buy an RM in the secondary market. He doesn't want that guy. He wants the guy that comes in, writes a check for $1 million, does not even think twice about it, and that's the entry to his club. That's what he wants. And he's working on it.
This is a sick watch. I suppose I'm getting a Richard Mille today, by the way. Just not wasting your time.
No.
I knew when it got on my wrist, I was talking to old mate, and he was like, once you go in there, bro, and you put it on your wrist, he's like, you're gonna get it. I was like, oh, I'll just have a look. Like, it's bad. It's different. It's like when it's on your wrist and you're about to buy it, and you've been thinking about it for years, and in your circle, and it's like a dream in where I'm from in Perth to have a watch like this, and it's on. It's like,
it's crazy.
It's almost.
It goes with your style though. Like I'm not even just saying that. It goes with your style. So
I'm
much.
sporty. I don't wear shirts and whatnot, you know. So I have a lot of use for this.
Yes.
I love my AP because I love it, but I wear the sub more.
Yes.
Because it's just a bit more sporty. This thing doesn't get much wear, but man, I'll be wearing this Richard Mille all the time.
Congratulations. Amazing piece.
Thank you, sir.
I'm really excited for you, and it's always a pleasure. Leaving like a true new Miami guy now with the chain and the Richard on, ready to roll. Let me show you to do this.
Yes, please.
This is a little bit, I wouldn't say complicated, but I think we had to go down one more if I remember. So, this is just a magnet.
Yep.
And it always, this side folds in first, you'll know because of this. So you fold it down, and then you fold this side down. I want you to try it for yourself though.
So fold that, let's start from scratch here. So the magnet first.
Both sides are magnets.
Okay.
Fold it down. Same thing on this side. Is it too tight this time?
I think possibly, yeah. Let's have a look. I think a little tight,
Let's try again.
Okay. So here, just pinching my skin.
A little bit. Just gotta let it loose a little bit. And then, now, this, how is it? Is it fitting okay?
It's fitting good. So I think it's fitting good.
Okay,
What do you think?
Now, I think it fits perfect because you have a little bit of give, which is nice. Now this is the tricky part. So you have to put the little tongue under here, which you're always gonna use your other hands to like hold it and slide it underneath. It becomes like second nature after a while. Like you feel the magnet at the point where it's about to flip over. Wow. Damn. Now that's what we're talking about. That's serious.
All right. It's time. Time for me to.
Are we ready for this?
Walk the talk.
I was gonna say if you don't feel confident doing it, but I think you're confident.
Let's give it a crack anyway, eh? Like, how did you get this?
Bought it from Louis V.
Oh, you can buy them. Okay.
Well, I think there was only 30 or something like that. I don't know exactly.
Right, now you can.
You don't have enough space?
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna need a few shots, I think, because the trucks are really loose.
No problem.
Some people like loose trucks, but I never did, and I think it's because of my weight, right? So just, yeah, like maybe I'll need a few turns, but I'm gonna go for the 180 flip. Woo! I'll get it.
Yo!
Oh my god!
Oh, he's hitting it. He's hitting them now.
Holy shit, that's ridiculous. We got it.
Do we get enough?
We got it. 100%.
Not very clean. Not very clean. But I'm gassed, bro.
That was crazy. Killed it. That's insane. So, Louis Vuitton skateboard kickflip. Made it happen. Well, actually, 180 flip. Sorry. Didn't mean to disrespect the 180 flip for all those skaters out there. Crazy. So, I told you we'd find use for this in the office. So freaking crazy. Imagine you hit the streets with this thing. What people are gonna say. You see someone riding up at the skate park, like with this thing on, like rocking it. So ridiculous. What a day, guys. Super fun. Just finished up tonight. It is 9:30 at the office, and my boy Daniel just left, who you guys just saw. Came down, picked up a Richard, picked up a chain, got the whole Miami set. Ended up going with an RM11 in titanium and a beautiful 35-pointer chain. Besides that, he mentioned that he used to skate back in the day, so we got him to do a kickflip on his board. Could not fucking believe it. Guy did a kickflip in his, I believe, Balenciaga shoes in the office on a Louis Vuitton skateboard. Absolutely viral, absolutely crazy. Super excited to have him down. Always have fun time with him. We talked for 5 hours straight. Huge guy in the crypto and NFT space. Really excited to have him in, and thank you so much again, brother. Enjoy your pieces on your trip, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you, guys.